So 4, 5, and 6 are just expanding on that. So they're going to have you isolate the absolute value first, and then you can use that exact same rule we just used on the previous ones to come up with your answer. So if I'm going to solve this, I want to get the absolute value by itself. I'm going to minus the 7 to move that over to the other side. 6 times the absolute value of W minus 4 is less than 12 then. I'm then going to get rid of the coefficient by dividing by the 6. So the absolute value of W minus 4 is less than 2. Now that looks just like the previous problems we did, or at least similar to the previous problems we did. W minus 4 is less than 2. W minus 4 is greater than negative 2. Doing my two problems. So if I solve those, I'm going to add my 4 on both of them. W is less than 6. W is greater than 2. Now in these ones you're not going to graph them, but you either have to connect them with the word and or the word or. And so I want to think about it. If I'm less than 6 and greater than 2, am I going in the two opposite directions, or am I between the two numbers? Between the two numbers. I could put it like this and just put the word and in between. It's perfectly acceptable to do. If it is an and one, they're going to rewrite it as a compound inequality where the 2 is less than the W, which is less than 6. Or the W's between the 2 and the 6, right? Doesn't matter, you can put it in either way. If you put it in this way, it'll just say it's correct, however, you could have written it this way. Or you have to put it in the long way. So number 5, if I want to solve that, the first thing I should do is subtract my 22. So the absolute value of 5y is greater than or equal to 6, right? So on this one, the absolute value is by itself. I'm already going to hop over and do my two problems then. Either the 5y is greater than or equal to 6, or 5y is less than or equal to my negative 6. And then we just solve those. So all we need to do is divide by 5. Y is greater than or equal to 6/5. Y is less than or equal to negative 6/5. And would that be connected with an and or an or? Or. I'm greater than the positive, less than the negative, so I'm going two opposite directions if I put them on my number line. So it's going to be an or. Number 6, if we're going to solve that one, first thing we're going to do, subtract our 3. So 2 times the absolute value of u plus 8 is less than negative 20. We're then going to divide by 2. Absolute value of u plus 8 is less than negative 10. Now, these ones are kind of weird. Because we're talking about a distance, can my distance be less than a negative number? No. So this one's going to be no solution. If this would have been a greater than, can a distance be greater than a negative number? It always is, right? Then you have the all real numbers are solutions answer. So if this is a less than, you get no solution, but if it would have been a greater than a negative, you would have had all real numbers.